really like play this out, right? Good. I think right now gaming is pretty dead, but on-chain betting is really on the rise. So, and then again, like betting is only fun if the game itself is fun, or like the competitive, the level of competitiveness within the game is fun. So what game would you choose to build first, and how do you make it competitive and fun so that people can bet on it?
Yeah, sure. So, to kind of like be a little bit scientific, what my friends are doing who are in the similar industries, basically the way they do, they choose a target market, for example, India, and they choose what are the casual games people like to play. For example, right now, Ludo is like top 1 game. And then we try to either build ourselves or go for provider, like whatever is more convenient. And that's like, we can, for example, right now we can take provider games and see how we can customize them. So basically for each target market or specific, we're gonna try to bring like the fun, actual good casual games. We learned from our previous experiences building Monaco that, you need to really have like strong and good team and big team to kind of build proper games. So that definitely we're not gonna be doing ourselves. And of course, bringing other developers. So we kind of want to make it more open. So just not just ourselves buying through skinning games, but also like bringing other devs, figuring out the business model that's gonna work for us and for them, and making sure that it's gonna be fun. So yeah, essentially, if it's not fun, nobody gonna play, and that's that's what we.
I think my point is more like, how do you pick your first game, right? Because again, there's a ton of open source, pixel games online right now. Like Mario is now open source, so it's public domain asset. Anyone can do whatever they want with Mario.
Street Fighter.
Well, yeah.
As well. Street Fighter style, mini Street Fighter style games.
So I guess my point is like, I think the key thing to get it to really have a good launch is like, what kind of game, or like what first game, or like what second game will you be building on? Because like it makes all the difference, right? Like you have a really good launch, you were really excited about your first game, then chances are like there'll be more developers like, oh, I want to work with you. So I guess like this is less a question, more of a suggestion, right?
Yeah.
If you take a look at like some of the open source games out there right now, like Maze had this speed racer tracing game where they allow people to race each other on chain, and then like you get to mint your score, and then the score can be used to compare with each other, right? So that's one way to look at it, right? I think we have a lot of good example from other chains. Like I think forgot what chain that was, that basically they rip off some Atari games from the 80s and they build a new game on chain.
Yeah.
Right. So again, all those are good example to begin with. You can even do like Tetris, right?
Yeah.
Or like just do a Mario racing game. Because it's public domain now. Just rip off the Mario skin, put it in a new game.
Do the face swap of a monkey instead of Mario.
Yeah, do a MATLAB versus monkey race.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that's definitely what we like basically looking kind of same way.
Yeah.
And also looking at the trends, like seeing like what's popular right now, so we can just also like try to go up to that.
Yeah.
And a good thing, like everything's like traceable. You can just use tools to see like what apps, like what games people are playing in Web2 space. Thank you for the suggestion. Any
How about
other
the gaming
questions?
guy? What do you got? Oh.
Yeah, no, I think it's a great idea. Ann told me about it this morning, and one of the use cases I really see with it is making it like a B2B model, where you go to NFT communities and you say, hey, I can increase your engagement by doing co-marketing. So like Monkey DAO and Mad Lads can do a face-off with a game, and then you have these like games that are already ready to go that that can be deployed really fast. It would be even cooler if you went one step further and you made it like some sort of dashboard where the founders can just create these games and set it up, and then boom, we're ready to go, right? If you look at Atlas 3 from Blacksmith Labs, they do some really good co-marketing. That's one one tool you can take a look. It's not gaming related; it's more socials. But yeah, some B2B model I think could be really good for revenue, as well as being able for SDKs like us, Honeycomb Protocol, to be able to collaborate. I think would also help a lot.
Yeah, it could be super cool actually. And we also, just like FYI, we also have one of the projects that I'm advising. They have like 6 million users on Telegram. I mean, Telegram, so like doesn't mean like numbers actually 6 million, but they're actually interested in face off like for their like NFT characters.
Wow, yeah.
So if you get like interested in like a Street Fighter like game, we can essentially shield them and just be like one of the first customers.
Yeah.
And they already have audience.
Yeah.
So that's hopefully we'll be able to do it and launch these guys as well soon.
Yeah, and then I would say like target maybe 4 to 6 months is when I think it's going to get really hot again. So with NFTs, so they're just having everything ready to go for when that traction starts to come is
All right.
Good idea.
Can I
That's a
ask
good
from
idea.
a can I ask from a hackathon judging perspective, right? The hackathon judges, when they're in the gaming track, what are the most important things that the judges are looking at right now when they're saying we want this game versus this game versus this game? Because if you look at the top 5 last year, like the first one was Protocol, the second one was a game that from I think what's his face from Chicago too, right?
Oh yeah, Spaceman Dev.
Yeah, Spaceman Dev, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of, it was all over the place. So can you,
Yeah.
can you tell like everybody here, like what do you think judges are looking for in the gaming category?
Yeah, I think like the first one is like good technology. So like, what is it you built, and is it like something that is like innovative in the space? Did you like, push the boundaries of it? And then number 2 is like having like strong economics, because at the end of the day, it's still, an investment. So like having good revenue, and having like a good, good target audience, right, market. And then I think the third one is then just having like a clear, concise vision. So like the founder that's, kind of pitching it, they like clearly have an idea of like this is exactly, like this is what I'm predicting is gonna happen, and you can clearly make the judges like say like, okay, this prediction, this makes sense, and this is when the demand's gonna come, because that's where you're gonna fulfill that demand, right? If you hit the demand as high as possible upstream, it solves all your problems downstream. Like you don't have to care about money, you don't have to care about revenue, like you don't have to care about audience, like users, because you just hit the demands right at the top, and then everything falls into place downstream.
No, that's a good point. Thanks, man.
If you were to say it's pushing the edge on technology, what do you think is pushing the edge on technology right now, at least on the gaming sector side? Like, is it the use of links to like initiate games? Is the use of token extensions to do confidential transfers,
Yeah.
hooks, those type of things?
Yeah, I think you got it right on. Like, there's so many innovations in the Solana ecosystem, and not a lot of utilization within the gaming space. And I think really showcasing that as well.
Key compression profiles.
Yeah, yeah, there you go.
NFTs,
Yeah.
So we gotta do NFT profiles basically. That's what we can.
Yeah.
That's honeycomb right
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
right? Honeycomb protocol.
Is there anyone doing some kind of integrations protocol level that allows you to bring NFTs into games?
So for us, like you have 2 options. One is you generate a brand new character in the game, or option number 2 is you wrap a character into the game, and then by wrapping the character, it supports like PNFT, XNFT, SFT. Because there's always new standards that come up.
Yeah.
So we wrap them in, and then we issue a compressed NFT on the protocol level, so that it still stays within that compressed state while it's like traversing around. But yeah, we can support existing characters like launched from Magic Eden or Tensor, and then brought in.
Okay.
Does it make more sense for him to build the game, the full game that has NFTs integrated into it, or to build the protocol that allows folks to bring NFTs into games that they already have?
Yeah, I think you should do both, because like if you have the games, then you can do a B2B where you go to a project like Monkey DAO and you say, hey, like Mad Lads wants to do co-marketing, and then it's easy for me as a like NFT founder to be like, yeah, I want to increase engagement. That's a no-brainer. You have all this stuff, here it is, like whatever the fee is, like let's do it,
I guess super cool actually. Imagine like you kind of mint one banner right into the game, and it's dynamic NFT. So it's like people paid for like use one banner for like 1 week, and after that someone else bought this banner, so they just like changed parameters but sold it to someone else.
Or just
Like-
reskin a brand new game for them,
Yeah.
right? Because
Yeah.
that's the fact. Honestly, that's really fast. To these days.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right.
But it really depends
Yeah.
like what's the dynamic gonna be like. I'm just imagine it's gonna be like one game with like lots of users. In that case, you can just like play around ads inside of the game. But yeah, but anyways, thanks guys a lot for like feedback.
Yeah, it seems
definitely
like we
take
gotta
into account.
focus on,
Yeah.
you gotta focus on, number 1, what is the game, right?
Yeah.
Pick 2 or 3 of the
Yeah.
top games.
Good games.
Good
Edge
games.
Tech, Vision.
It does not have to be new, okay? It could be like something as old as like
Yeah.
80s like Atari game. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's the public domain now. Pick one.
Yeah, but the key I think for the judges is that it doesn't matter if you're picking a new game or an old game, that
Should be fun, right?
you're bleeding edge on the technology. You got a clear vision on not just what the game is and where you're going, but how you're making money with this thing.
All right. Yeah.
I think the financial model is very, very important now. 'Cause, I mean, previously investors didn't ask you how much revenue you made in Web3. So what are you building, right? Who is behind it? And now they ask all the same questions that traditional VCs ask. Is they go, how do you make money? Therefore, I can have a reasonable confidence that I will get my money back. So there's actually a lot of fun things that you can do with this, you know, like what you said about like people competing against each other. Like one of my friends is building a platform where he's doing like an open world where like meme communities can come in, they stake their native token, and then they compete on leaderboards to steal other people's community stuff. So yeah, so I mean like, and with something like that, it really doesn't matter what the kind of game is, because you're just doing the FOMO of I'm better than you.
Yeah.
And then you can do maybe something like a Duolingo model, right?
Yeah.
Where like you can earn hearts and boost and things, and instead of purchasing something directly from the platform, you can purchase it from other users. You know, therefore creating like a different like economy. Like I think because we tried to build a GameFi game in 2021, bleeding into 2022, which was the worst idea ever. But the whole like play to earn model, like off of like tokens and points or whatever, or in-game gold, I think that's very, very, very difficult to solve in a tokenomic perspective. So if you keep it as like items or like stake wager to earn, I think those are like more justifiable and sustainable.
Yeah, that's definitely from our personal experience as well. Thanks, man. I'll ask you for the name of that project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other comments, guys? Suggestions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Awesome. Next team.
See you later.
Của tụi em hả?
Polyquest, Nimbus.
Okay.
All right. Nimbus, not Nimbus, it is now Dare Fun.
They're fun.
Okay.
Change name.
Let's see. Go to that.
You all right?
Xe
What? Let's get you a chair, bro.
I don't know. I'm good. I'm good
Xin
today.
lỗi,
Yeah.
xin lỗi.
Ở đây em bận.
Borrow some of the chairs.
I'm okay. I'm actually. I'm
So, one chair here. Later. Hello guys, I'm Thanh and I'm the founder of Nimbus, and now we are building Gear Fund. It's a moonwalk fitness accountability app, but for trading competition. So let's be into what problem we are trying to solve. So if you scroll down your Twitter, your X, you're gonna see a lot of KOL are selling the token. They draw a lot of triangle, the line, and so to seal that coin. But in the end of the day, people are losing money because they just the KOL and they think that they can make the money. But in the end of the day, it's all about the line, and it turns out the token price is down. And the second thing is that we are trading on centralized exchange, and some people they want to learn trading, and they want to learn how to get transparent data, to learn how to trading, and we are building in the blockchain on the data is transparent, and why so we get the data and turn it into a lesson, into an insightful decision for the user. And the last thing is, we want to we see in the problem is that we are lacking a tool, lacking a real fun competition for people to join. So let's say that you are in the community of selling token or anything. So how can you make an engagement for your community to trading competition or show up your skill when you are trading, you are KOL in the community. So we want to build a platform to solve that problem, and it's really simple to use, and it's just like the conference of people can assemble a group which you can gather your friend, your enemy, or maybe your group, and we set up the competition rule. Let's say that you want to trade the meme coin, or you want to compete in the perp trading on chain, and after you set the rule for the competition, the game is on. People can join it, deposit the money and the pool, and gather on the friend or enemy to join the game. So after a short amount of time, we show on the real time trading, the leaderboard, who is the best, trade on that, what is your P&L, what token that they trade, so people can learn from that and also get a lot of excited from the game. And after a short amount of the time, we find out the result and bring the prize pool for the user. So yeah, I think that's it really simple for people, and it's really what the way people are trading nowadays. The business model for that is that we charge a small fee from the pool. I think that from the very start we can give it for free, so people can easily join the game and test the game. We also want to partner with other meme coin or token to get the incentive for the user. The second thing is that we get the rebate from the deck that we are integrated. So people trade, right, and they need to swap and they need to pay the trading fee, right, and we get a small amount from that. And the last one is that we get the real fund, real people trading, and people can learn from that and also can copy the trading from that. You might think how we bootstrap this project, right? So our initial audience is that people that like to trade on the Solana, the meme coin, and we take it on the Telegram group and in the social when they say about a trade. And the channel is on the Twitter or Telegram. So we have some few strategy tactics to acquire user. We have the 4 incentive, and we also want to partner with other meme coin in the ecosystem. So let's say that the bond they want to more engagement for the user, so they can create a competition that with group had trade more than like 1K of bond in the competition. They can earn additional reward, so it can create engagement social for the user, the holder. We target to create a short like trading competition. So let's say we have a trading competition like 6 hours, 1 day, or maybe 3 days. So we can get the fast result. We can get the more people to join to test the game. So that's how we want to do to get the injection. So this is the roadmap. This is the September. We are focused on the deck trading, the meme coin, and in the next quarter we want to focus on the perp deck. I think that the perp deck want to acquire a lot of user and they want people to trade to get increase the volume for them, right? So yeah. The time up. So thank you, and let's bring the real fun and transparent game for the user.
Andy, you have thoughts on this?
Will you be integrating some type of like tutorial? Because part of this, I guess, concept is not just the experienced traders, but I'm assuming that you want to get like beginner level as well.
Oh,
and I'm
yeah.
pretty sure a lot of these like dexes and sexes
Yeah.
like would love for people to educate users to be using their platforms, right?
Yeah. So I think that we will make it really simple for people to join that. So people come into the platform, they join into the game, they deposit the money for the prize pool, and then they can start trading. We give them the account, and on our platform they support people to trade right inside the app. So it's a complete experience right inside the app.
Yeah, because I'm thinking a little bit more like, like some people don't know what like perps are and different things like that. So maybe like more like understanding the terminology. What does it mean to like maybe like risk like 1x versus 100x?
Yeah. So I think that there are two types of people that, right? The first one is they come into the platform and to join the competition, and the second people they join into the platform and they learn how people trading. So they can get all the data transparency in their trade, and the KOL can show the competition they join, and people can go into the platform and see how this KOL trading, what token, what time they they enjoy the position.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea. I'm just kind of maybe like suggesting a little bit more integration of the education. For example, if you're trading in a competition and somebody drastically jumps higher than somebody else, maybe, you know, like you can have something that says this person was able to do it because they utilized this strategy or this trading kind of mechanic, and then you can learn more about that. So something along those lines.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea. You can do it.
Yeah, because I'd be very curious if I was in a competition and then somebody just suddenly jumped, right? You don't want people to be like, scam! You want to be able to be like, hey, this jump came from this particular trade or whatever.
Right. Yeah, I think that's a really good point.
Have you done some research, benchmarking to see who's doing this, something similar? What's out there in the market? There's nothing.
I don't think any other app are doing the same like this, but for the centralized exchange, they holding the trading competition to get people to trade and join the centralized chain, right? So we are missing that part for the decentralized, and also decentralized is transparency on the data. So it's really good for people to validate it, verify it, and join the competition.
How big is the difference between the traders decentralized versus centralized? You know?
Yeah, I think the biggest here is first we have on the transparency data on the on-chain, and the second thing is that we compile the data with the social element, so people can have fun.
He's asking what's bigger, DEXs or SEXs
What's bigger?
in trading volume?
Currently, but for the meme coin, we are targeting the DEX is bigger, especially on Solana.
Let's focus on the decentralized exchanges, which is our target audience. They tend to be more experienced, right? Than the ones. And you want to focus on them and then bring those from the centralized into the decentralized?
I don't really get
So
your
you're
question.
going after the more experienced traders, right?
Yep.
In the decentralized. That's the goal, to the pooling.
Oh, yes.
And there's nothing happening in that space of pooling and.
I've looked, not too much,
Yeah.
trading competition, especially transparency trading competitions. I mean,
Yeah.
I love the flow, right? You know, the
Yeah.
flow here is KOLs are pretty much scammers for the most part because they say they have these great P&Ls, but they're just like snippets in time, right? This actually has this is a very transparent on-chain like piece of software that allows you to see who truly is a good trader, right?
Yeah.
And I think what's really popular these days are, you know, those Twitter accounts that show like how this wallet went from, you know, $100 to $1 million, right? And then those get a lot of engagement to see like what did these guys buy to kind of get them there. And so I think this kind of plays off of that whole kind of like zero to hero, right?
Yeah.
And it makes true, in my opinion, you then create real KOLs, real trading heroes. And I love the concept of them making money from, you know, DEXs who they refer people to do like copy trading, to basically refer like people over them. I mean, Flash Trade, for example, right? They do it with their NFTs, right? You could be a master NFT for Flash Trade, and they're referring a shit ton of people. They'll pay you for this traffic, for sure,
Yeah.
right? For sure.
I think the only thing I would say is missing is something that shows the audience, you know, that the size of the opportunity that something. And you don't have to get specific into the number of traders. Maybe trading volume is one way to mensurate that.
Yeah.
Just to get a sense of what you're dealing with, what's the opportunity size.
Yeah, I'm missing that slide.
Yeah.
I think an interesting thing to add is like the DEX trading volumes versus centralized trading volumes. Like it's still only like 10-15%, but it's going up way faster than it has at any time before. So I think like as a shift moving forwards, like having it focus on the DEX and bringing people over from centralized for their transparency makes a lot of sense.
For the purpose of the MVP, just focus on the DEX. Don't worry about that sex world, right? Once this gets hot, the sex community will come to you, right? Binance will come. They're like, hey, dude, can you do these competitions? But I think the way to really stand out is graphics, right? You gotta make this cool. You gotta be able to flex this thing. right? If you win, you want to be able to promote that trophy, that belt, whatever it is that, you know, that shows why your system, why you want to be a winner in this system, right?
Yeah.
You want to be able to have like, and I think while this is going, I don't know if you have time for this during the for the MVP phase, but if you have concurrent trading competitions going at the same time, to show a leaderboard of people going up and down,
Yeah.
right? People love seeing shit like that. Like, you know, like you're at a gym and, you know, you're in a spin class and you see who's gone the furthest and stuff like that. It's like a racing competition, and you want to see like how they're doing in real time. That's what gets people to actually get glued to looking at fucking numbers on a screen, right?
Ego is more valuable than money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh shit, look at that, dude. You know, Diego just passed, Leo on the training board. Boom.
Can I show a demo actually
Yeah.
of that? Like that's actually
Oh
quite
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Is it? So I was gonna say you should integrate. How do I go? Is it okay? So this is actually oops. This just went live with Honeycomb Protocol, and they actually made a leaderboard just like you were mentioning on.
Oops.
Yeah, it's an NFT collection. Like we'll go into like one of these profiles here. So this guy, I'm Rich, and he's collecting these badges, and like you could have these badges as like
Yeah.
this trader is like he's got this badge and this is what this badge earns him based on his like stats, and then you can have like maybe obviously collectibles not applicable, but like his Discord or Twitter. But this went viral because people can then just take their profile and then just share it.
Just like
right?
on the
Yeah.
Twitter, right?
Yeah. So I think having some sort of like gamification like this
Yeah.
would be really powerful because this is how you make stuff go viral. Like then someone's gonna share that profile on Twitter, right? And then next thing you know, you're getting users.
Yeah,
right? So.
yeah. I think I will make it as a gamification and do a lot of feature for people to flexing and selling.
Yeah, and you can use Honeycomb Protocol, so I'd love to talk where
Yeah.
you can
You
find
can?
out. Yep, that's what this is built on.
Oh,
Honeycomb Protocol.
shit.
Yeah. So yeah, and then what's cool is that I can like connect you with projects that are doing referral systems where they can use that on-chain data to then generate more traffic and volume to your users, and then it
Right,
compounds. Right.
Yeah,
So,
thank you.
Anybody else? Notes, comments? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
It's clear. I like it. It's very
Yeah.
simple. You know exactly. It's a
Yep.
very, very simple. It's competition. It's moonbirds for
Yeah.
moonwalk for training competition.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Have you seen any training competitions like that? I've been looking. I haven't found any.
Well, yeah, like changes like do this all the time.
Yeah.
Right?
No, Sexes do it. I'm saying
Yeah.
Dexes.
Dexes, yeah, like WooFi do it a lot. Hyperliquid, all the pub Dexes are now doing like trading competitions.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is more for like koi farming, right?
Right. Sure.
Yeah.
Do I just start whenever I can? Or?
Anytime you're ready, sir.
Thank you, sir. Okay. Oh, okay. We are the polycats, as you can see, the prediction market as a PMSs. We always go, your knowledge become coins, so whatever you think, it become your profit. So like, I just say it's the PM market at the moment is like the really functionality, like everyone talks about it, the poly market drift or whatever, everyone's jumping in, but everyone wants to really want to go to this functionality, but like they ask you to have agents to get there. That means like you need to deposit your own asset into their platforms. You need to have that step into it. So unnecessary friction is there, and also like undermine decentralized. They say we are like DEX and we are decentralized, but they ask you to deposit into their own account. So another thing is only PhDs can really board the ship, like to use the poly market or the other drift. And you need to understand the shared trading mechanisms, how the thing works in the deposit, and there's so many steps. And to get to the island, but they only accept the USDC or their own currency to buy the ticket to get there. This means that, like as a Solana, like meme holders need to liquidate their beloved coins to enter that market because they don't have USD. They have like, let's go kind of thing. And also centralize the power of the major coins. I love USDC, I love the Bitcoins, but we have all those community tokens, meme coins, those community out there in Solana as well. They also runs really strict immigration to get to the island. I should be the VPN for everyone because it really lacks the interaction with other communities. Like big markets, they don't really care. It's coming, like put your USDC in when you're in, it's done. And also centralize the ecosystem benefit as well too, because they try to build their own stuff and they just let people to use their platform only, use their API only, like their transaction only. So there are some like players that, as you know, they are really famous like for market drift, and there's also a hedgehog in Solana as well, but they've been seeded in 2001 though. So Poly Market, they are the one of the biggest, but the problem is, as I told you, they centralized asset custody. Also limited integration. You can only vote with USDC in Polygon, which means they only support Polygon network down there, and also Drift. They do, but it's like sort of side function. Their main function is it's not the prediction. They just recently release and just copy what Poly Market does. It's exactly the same system. And also there's really high barriers to entry. Like for myself and even to Mr. An, we tried it on the desk. It really took over 5 minutes really to figure it out how it works. And also limited event variety. They only said about Trump or Harris, that's it. You know, so, and there is another one, it's called Hedgehog. They've been funded in 2001. I think they got 3.2 million at seed, but that's it. They opened the MVP in April 2001, but it's still there operating, but same features, same stuff. They are really copycat too. They just use the shared trading mechanism too, and the liquidity and lack of community engagement. Even though they've been there for like almost 3.5 years, only 1.8K in Twitter. That's it. So, yeah, everyone talks about the PM, so how big the market is. Incredibly big. You can actually like local betting, it goes all around 24 billion. But as you can see, Poly market itself, they done 1 million total as the trade volume itself. And also directly in Solana, they just had the TVL up to 21 million. That's really recent, like a week ago or week and a half. The market is big and it's growing. Everyone talks about it. So how we do? So the first thing is we just instant prediction from user's wallet. We don't ask any deposit or anything. Everything just signed by their wallet. And we also support custom SPI tokens, means that on meme coin prediction pool is ready to run. So like meme coin communities, they can bring their own tokens, make their pool, make a bet with their own tokens. We have the lowest hurdle. It basically takes less than 10 seconds to make your bet into the prediction. I will just show in the X2. Solana ecosystem integration, we are trying to utilize every possible technology out there. We are the small guys, but we want to be part of. So they already have infrastructures, communities, and everything. So like the Blink, everything is ready now. The Jupiter Wormhole in progress too will be happening in 30 days too. As a feature-wise, the MVP is ready, custom token Blink is ready. In 30 days, we will have this Synthetic integration for Jupiter and wormholes and also staking kind of thing. And in next 120 days, we call it APY to prediction conversion. So there's if you have your collaterals, you have the APY will convert that into your future prediction. Still, you have your collateral saved. And then prediction Oracle governance is more of the resolution committee for the future prediction, more of the DAO system itself. Yeah, that's the end of how many minutes do we have?
Can you show the
demos?
the
Yeah,
demo?
so I'll just use Mr. Phage again. Let's go. For example, Twitter. So anyone can upload the prediction case like anything. So I'll just show the blank one. That's like those guys. They are the one of the like biggest meme coin in Japan. Like we have integrated their token. I'm like talking with their teams and things. So it's already been integrated. So basically, they can make their own quest, like the prediction quest. So say, is the Chiton price gonna go up like this in September, whatever? So their community jump in, say, okay, whatever. Say, I will say 38% says yes at the moment. So I'm gonna take my risk. Okay, put then how many Chiton? Let me put 100, and click the board. Yeah, I always say 100. Hey, can you do the phantom? Because you only have the.
Links was your idea, right?
I was a small, tiny part of
Yeah.
that team
Yeah.
to help.
I remember the ecosystem call. He said that, and I was like, no way, that's so cool.
Refresh.
Cash came up with the name,
Yeah.
and I helped come with the extension.
Nice, that's awesome.
Oh, thank you. So phantom. Phantom. Yeah. Let me.
Tiny,
Yeah,
the team.
yeah.
I was very happy that you said my name. Okay.
Okay.
It's just you need that one little, someone should just say it, and it's just like, oh, it makes so much sense.
So. He didn't install dialect. He's supposed to. He didn't install dialect into his laptop.
So you gotta.
Yeah, you have to use the dialect link, but it actually works on the app. You don't have to come back.
So you just went to Twitter.
Yeah.
You interacted with a vote mechanism.
Yeah.
To then bet.
Yeah.
Without having to deposit money.
Nothing.
Yeah, just it goes right into the wallet.
Yes.
And now you have an open bet that yes, this will go to 3 cents in September, which will have
Yeah.
a binary yes or no
Yeah.
by that time.
Yeah. So it's been integrated with the custom tokens as well. It's their own tokens being signed by his own wallet. They don't have to deposit anything to us, and it syncs to our platform in the pool. And when you log in, it automatically like creates an account so you can follow what you have voted and kind of thing. So when you're trying to claim the rewards, if it's result, you need to come into our platform and just claim the stuff. And the people just don't mind if they earn money, they trying to log in whatever to the shop. And the other thing is you can like basically go into our site as well. For the PC, like every Solana wallet, you can sort of log in. So we have the same thing. Like for example, there's like polls. You can like bet on the poll result after 10 days kind of thing. This is our sort of promotion thing. So it's result in the other stuff in. We'll make it so like people just choose the answer. I think if the Harry is gonna go, and you just put your dollar in it, and it just shows how much you can get at this stage, kind of in a real time and thing. And then you click the vote. It just asks for the wallet transaction. I sent you $1. Don't worry. Then I confirm, done. It's all in the system and it's all in the blockchain. So to follow up, you can just go to your My page kind of thing. Whenever you collect it, there's total that you have been done, and the stuff that you have been voted before. If you win, it's gonna be in the reward, but nothing's been resolved yet, kind of thing. So we have more features to come in, like because the reason why we are recording total rewards is that we want to do this something ranking system too, and like the copy trading, we wanna have the real KOS community leaders who think they are really good at predicting the futures, like the price of Bitcoin, whatever. So we are trying to make the sort of copy trade thing. So you just deposit certain amount of money into the platform, and you just click follow that guy, and then you say, I will just set my limit to $10 whatever. So whatever he makes prediction, the part of your asset goes to follow his prediction kind of thing. So more to come. We just launched our MVP during the startup and everything. So it was been crazy 23 weeks down over here. Our team done it, and yeah, MVPs are more to come, and we just want to utilize every possible Solana ecosystem out there.
That's great. Thank you.
Great, thanks.
Let me start real quickly.
Yeah.
I think for the purposes of the hackathon and you're doing your video, right?
Yeah.
This year they're putting more emphasis on the video than they are on the decks. This is
Videos, okay.
the video presentation, which you try to keep around 3 minutes. I think in the video presentation you have to streamline a lot of the deck that you have already.
Yeah.
Because most of the judges are going to know prediction markets, right?
Yeah.
Make that assumption in their head.
Okay.
And so it's got to be just like, boom, essentially we all know prediction markets are there, but the 2 biggest players are PolyQuest and Drift Protocol, but it's very difficult to use their product.
Yeah.
You have to get an account, you have to actually commit money, and then from that pool of money, then you can make your bets, right? We streamline this process, we use the most advanced technology. Boom, and just go right into your, blinks and samples like that, and show like, this is how fast you could go, you use prediction markets. And because Drift cares about TVL, right, which is what they can brag about, that's why you have to, and Polymarket, that's why you have to deposit money and then use that money. We don't give a shit about that. We just want a better user experience, right? But I think it's pretty good. I mean, I think that you understand that there are competitors out there that are super duper large, right? And you're just saying that we have a better system. We're like, they are fucking MySpace and we are Facebook, right? Or TikTok, right? Like, we are the next evolution of speed using the latest of Solana technology.
Yes.
But really hone into that part of the story and focus more on what you do that is faster than all the other stuff.
Cool.
Right? That's my big deal.
Cool, thanks.
I think the question you're gonna get is how defensible is UX, right? Why can they copy the features that you have? How are you gonna gain share for the established guys, so kind of you go to market, user acquisition, and stay ahead of them. I'm not saying that it's not impossible to have user experience as an advantage, like Robinhood still is the best Web2 text, but staying ahead, it's not just about the UX, right? How you keep the users there once you get them.
Yes.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I
Okay.
actually think that might be very important, because what if like the judge is like a Drift Maxi, or what if like I know the Hedgehog founder, he's my friend, it's like maybe comparing is not the best strategy. What do you think, or do you think?
Sure, I would say that just like Solana, speed is the most important thing, and this gets you faster to putting a prediction market bet. And it's more aligned with the $200 billion global betting market, right? When I go to my bookie, I don't have to deposit $100 with him and then tell him where to put that money. Where does the money go, right? That's it.
But I think the comparison is important. You can even say, Hedgehog sucks, this is why it sucks, and you show how it sucks, and then you show yours, way faster, way better. But then, why can't they just copy what you're doing, right?
That's the ultimate question. But I think the Hedgehog guy might even be like, you know what? Why do I suck? Right?
Yeah, no, 100%.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think like from psychological perspective. Like the judge is like sitting there and he's like, because he only is thinking, he's through so many presentations, he has 90 seconds.
Where is this defensible? Where's your moat? I don't know. I don't see it. But most products don't have great moats, right? The question is, can you get there faster than everybody else?
That's true.
I do like the fact that you are multi-chain, the ability to use all these different type of tokens to
Yeah,
bet,
yeah.
whereas Polymarket and Drift, I believe, is only
Drift,
USDC and Sol
Yeah.
right now.
One thing that those other communities have really, well, they don't have communities that are like betting. Like that's the thing about Hedgehog is they never like the community's not like as strong, right? And if you focus on building a strong ecosystem, a strong community, that I think that might be also a good, narrative to hold, like to put together. Is that's at the end like when I think of like why those other ones are not succeeding, it's just because they don't have like a huge amount of like ecosystem community support that's like really sticky too, right? And if you can build that, then it's like, okay, yeah, you're gonna win. Yeah.
Correct.
Go back to yesterday conversation that we
Oh,
had.
yeah.
Build code.
Yeah, of course.
Build
Yes.
a prediction code, whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Good
Prediction
prediction.
codes,
Get
yeah.
everyone to go in every day and like do like yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes,
Yeah.
no, right? Like robots.
Mhm.
And so that's where you start. Maybe even like 100 people that use it daily. That's
Mhm.
enough.
Cool. Thank you.
Any more? Kelly? Head? Okay. Well, thanks to the judges for coming out and providing great, valuable feedback. Thanks for giving the ability to put your project out there and not be afraid to get some good constructive feedback. So thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'll be sending the feedback to directly in the group chat.
Great, wonderful.
Oh, Leo, by the way.
Karthik,
Sorry.
Karthik, nice to meet you.
Yeah. So Leo runs Square Now.